Wow, based on this I'll be able to double my damage. Ooh, eventually I'll be able to have many corpses in my backpack. Hey gamers, Oxygen here. In this video, I'll review how the specialization system works.
This is not learning. It is remembering who you are trained to become.
There are 5 different specializations you can invest in: crafting, gathering, exploration, combat, and sabotage. On each path, you'll notice a distinctive passive bonus, as well as many traits that can be learned over time. So how do we progress through these?
We will connect you to a mnemonic flutter system. You will not learn in the traditional sense. You will be conditioned to remember what has not yet happened.
As a valued operative of your house, you've had a mnemonic flutter system installed. This system is essentially imprinted with a picture of your future self at your full potential.
Seek out a Landsraad assignment, serve a house's interests, and in doing so, reveal your own emerging capabilities.
You can gain specialization experience by completing Landsraad missions. The amount of path experience earned is shown here. However, to gain these specialization rewards, you must have a Mnemonic Recollection available. Each day your character is granted 5 recollections. You can store up to a maximum of 35, and this can be useful if you need to step away from the game for a few days. As we can see, in order to advance the specializations, we're going to need to engage with the Landsraad missions. In order to access the Landsraad system, you're first going to need to be rank 5 with one of the factions. You're also going to need to join a guild or start a guild where that guild is also aligned with the same faction. Once you've met both of those conditions, you should then be given a journey quest to talk to your faction leader. And now, you simply need to complete Landsraad missions. Only through your actions will you surface the imprinted data bit by bit.
You may have noticed unusual sensations, knowledge surfacing without origin, instincts that feel calculated. This is expected. The mnemonic flutter system has begun to unspool its imprinted data.
As you're progressing through the path, each level will grant an increase to the passive bonus, and some levels will include a trait that can optionally be unlocked. While the graphic may be a little confusing, you do actually get an increase to the passive bonus at every level, even on those levels where you only see the icon for the trait. Let's discuss these passive bonuses. Crafting will focus on item durability. A player who completes this entire path will produce items with double the base max durability. The Gathering passive will improve your yields when mining by hand or with a buggy, and also with handheld compactors. The Exploration passive will increase the volume capacity of your backpack, doubling the base capacity if you fully maximize this path. The Combat passive focuses on both offensive and defensive capability, directly increasing your damage output as well as mitigation. When the path is fully complete, you'll have doubled your damage output and increased your damage mitigation by 50%. And lastly, the Sabotage passive increases damage you deal to staggered targets. This will yield 50% more damage if you complete the entire path. It's that time, guys. Please help support the channel by subscribing. You can also leave a like or comment, which really does help with the algorithm. And if you happen to be interested in live gameplay, I do stream weekly on Twitch, and I really do appreciate your support. Thank you so much, guys. By claiming your Mnemonic Recollections, you will earn Specialization XP and over time unlock traits. If you have enough progress on the path, the traits can be activated using Spice Melange, and this system requires the Spice Melange to be in your backpack inventory. Here's a quick overview of some of the traits you can acquire. The crafting traits are focused on improving your ability to craft endgame gear through augmentation improvements. Up to 3 augments on weapons and 2 on armor. Crafting traits will also allow you to maintain your gear with repairs that cost less maximum durability. And finally, a host of other improvements to crafting speed and yields. The final trait is fairly interesting, giving you a chance to gain double permits when learning a schematic. The gathering traits are mostly focused on improving yields, as well as enhancing the harvesting utility of your buggy and hand tools, including static compactors. Notably, this specialization path does not appear to enhance collection using the harvester vehicle. For players using death stills, there is a trait that reduces the volume of corpses, and this seems desirable for quality of life. Exploration traits are focused on enhancing movement-related skills and equipment. Vehicles and suspensors operate more efficiently, less stamina for climbing, and you can reduce your threat generated towards sandworms. Exploration traits can also expand the number of inventory slots in your backpack. This is absolutely amazing. Combat traits are the most straightforward, focusing on stamina and health increases. as well as up to 54 additional skill points. The Sabotage traits are mostly focused on making you more difficult to detect and improving your productivity as an operative in the Landsraad. And you can become even more lethal with headshot damage. And just for fun, level 75 for each path rewards a cosmetic helmet that's aligned with each specialization. Due to the limited recollection system, fully unlocking specialization paths is a time-gated activity. In total, each path will require 354 missions and 750 Spice Melange to purchase all traits. At the default earning potential, a single path requires nearly 2.5 months where you use all of your recollections weekly. And if your goal is to 100% all 5 specialization paths, you'll need to dedicate almost a full year as well as almost 4,000 Spice Melange. This long timeline can be slightly accelerated anytime developers either refill recollections or grant bonus Specialization XP. Of course, you don't need to rush, you don't need to purchase all traits. Any levels and traits that you've unlocked are permanent and you can progress at your own pace. As a word of warning, if you're a competitive PvP player or want to avoid it, you should be mindful of the potential for imbalance in your encounters due to differences in progression through the system. And there we have it, the specialization system. Thanks for watching and thank you for your support. Until next time.